What is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here with another video for you guys today. And today I wanted to start a little, kind of like a series on my channel called Satisfying Displays. This is a kind of a little video I've been wanting to make. At first it was going to be a really big video with a bunch of different satisfying displays. But I wanted to kind of make it a series and just go over one at a time, kind of to flesh each of them out. And I wanted to start with something iconic, but not maybe super iconic like some others that are coming up pretty soon. But yeah, so I decided to go with the Bounty Hunters from The Empire Strikes Back. I thought it was a perfect way to start the series. And I have just recently got my newest edition, the Mafex Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, which just really completes this set. I think, in my opinion, it would really be nice to get a new IG-11 or IG-88. Sorry, I get them mixed up every now and then. But, and I was thinking of getting the SH Figuarts IG-11 and taking the bandoliers off to make an IG-88 for this display. Haven't really pulled the trigger on that yet. Maybe will, maybe won't. I don't know yet. I really hope Hasbro just remakes that mold. They've been killing it with the droids lately, especially droids kind of like that are human-like. And yeah, I just really hope they revisit that mold and kind of update it, or just, I mean, we just need a whole new mold for him at this point. Bosk maybe could use a new mold. I'm not too particular about it, but I think this Bosk is fine. I mean, he gets the job done and not super articulated, but I think he's just fine, and he looks great on the shelf. And we just did get a re-release of why can't I think of his name right now? Dengar, or Rothgar Dang, if any of you guys know who that is. That's a story for another day. But we did get a re-release of him, which, yeah, he's a fantastic figure. Even though he is older, I think he holds up just fine to today's standards, in my opinion. I think the paint apps, everything, the sculpt, just really good figure. And of course we have these two over here, which in my opinion are some of the best Black Series figures ever released. Forlum here is very nice. He has the new implemented arm pieces that actually give you a range of motion in those arms, and we will see a re-release of his mold, at least in the Kenobi show. So that's a way you could get your hands on that mold, at least. And I think it's a good figure, and definitely a fine exclusive re-release, whatever you want to call it. And then Zuckus right here. He is actually, let me pull him out. He's a really good figure. I've argued that he's one of the best in the whole line. He just, the sculpt is there, the articulation is there. These soft goods, the camera doesn't do it justice, because these are nice thick soft goods that actually look good laying on him. And this is like almost like a leather material, it feels like, and it feels really nice. His like fleshy tubes, super interesting character design too. I just want to know more about him, and he's just a cool little figure for the shelf. Like, even if you have just a random bounty hunter display, I think he is an amazing figure and definitely worth a spot on the shelf. Maybe we can slide him back in there without knocking anyone else over. There we go. And let's take a closer look at Bosk too, since he's way in the back there. Like I said, I think his mold is good. I think a lot of people do put a dark wash on his suit, which I am thinking about. But this is just a great figure. His mouth is articulated, so you can have a closed mouth or, an open mouth, and I just think that option is awesome. The sculpt is there, in my opinion. The articulation, not so much, but I do think he's a great figure, and he's worth a spot on the shelf. I just don't see him getting a remold anytime soon, really. So I wouldn't be holding my breath for a brand new Bosk figure. But you never know in the future. And I'm not even going to try to grab IG-88 back there. He is very prone to tipping over. And he's just not my favorite figure. But this guy right here, I want to bring him into the spotlight. This guy he's a perfect figure. I've known about him for a while. I've known that he is regarded as the best 1/12 Boba Fett, and I 100% agree with that statement. He just standing there like this, he looks so good. The paint apps on him are just amazing, and with this newer re-release, I think they did update the paint apps. He is available on Big Bad Toy Store. If any of you guys are interested, I highly recommend this figure, because the Black Series counterpart is very subpar for the Empire Strikes Back shelf. He can get the job done, and he definitely does. But compared to this figure, I mean, like, just the proportions. This looks like Jeremy Bulloch from The Empire Strikes Back. Obviously, Boba Fett now is a lot shorter because he's played by Tamar Morrison. And, in the grand scheme of things, in canon, it doesn't make sense that Boba's this tall. But he was originally this tall, and he had skinny, long legs, he was lanky. And I think this figure captures it perfectly, as this figure was made before Tem took on the Boba role officially. He did do like the voice stuff for the special editions, but officially he did not put on the Boba suit until like 5 or 6 years later, after this figure was made. So, as a representation of Boba Fett in Empire, I think Mafex just murdered it. Just amazing figure, and really just makes this display a lot better, in my opinion, and just really brings it to life, adds that little extra flavor to it. So yeah, I just really love this display, and I think it is super satisfying to have all these on the shelf looking like this. They are kind of lined up like how they are in the movie, obviously not exact, because I had to squish them into frame. And yes, I do film vertically, because for my reviews and stuff like that, I wanted to stand out, and I just feel like if you're on your phone, and most people do use their phones to watch videos nowadays, and I'm holding a figure like this, you kind of, not exactly, but you kind of get a feel of like what it's going to feel like in your hands, or look like in your hands. So yeah, if anyone was wondering, that is why I film vertically. It is definitely on purpose. And I do hear the haters, but I'm gonna keep doing it because obviously, if it pisses some people off, then it's working. So, but yeah, uh, enough of that. This display is just super satisfying in my opinion, and part of collecting, for me personally, is looking at my shelf and just being like, oh yeah, that just looks really good. And this is one of those times where I just look at the display and I'm like, yep, I'm digging it. So that's really what I wanted to say in this video, and uh, many more to come because I do have a lot of different displays that I do want to showcase and kind of explain, just a little deeper on why I collect. Like what it is to me, and yeah, just these characters that George gave us, and the scenes and all that. It is very satisfying to have representation of those things on my shelf. So yeah, that is the first of many satisfying displays that I'll be showcasing. Um, and this will probably be labeled like number one or series number one, something like that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what displays are satisfying to you, what ones you want me to showcase next, and yeah, just let me know your thoughts. So I will see you all in the next video, and may the force be with you.